5 weird ways a narcissist remembers you after discard opening, high energy. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you were walking on air in a relationship, only to be suddenly dropped, like you never mattered? One day you're the best thing in their life. The next, you're discarded, ignored, erased. But here's what they don't want you to know. They never forget you. Oh yeah, they might pretend to. They might ghost you, block you, and act like you never existed. But trust me, somewhere in the back of their twisted mind, you are living rent-free. And today, I'm going to show you the 5 weird ways a narcissist remembers you after discard. Not because they love you, not because they miss you, but because they can't escape the power you held. And once you understand this, you'll never see them the same way again. Let's go. They mirror you in their new relationship. Ever notice how their new partner suddenly has your style, your laugh, even your favorite hobbies? That's because narcissists don't have their own identity. They steal pieces of you and repurpose them. But here's the truth. You are irreplaceable. No matter how hard they try, they can't replicate you. They stalk you in the shadows. Oh, they may never like your posts, but trust me, they're watching. They might make fake accounts, ask mutual friends, or accidentally run into you. Why? Because deep down they need to know, did you move on? Are you better without them? That's their worst nightmare, and guess what? You are. They talk about you a lot. To friends, to their new supply, even to people who don't know you. Sometimes they paint you as the villain, sometimes they subtly praise you. Either way, you're still in their head. If they really didn't care, would they still be talking about you? No. You made an impact. You left a mark they can't erase. They copy your success. Maybe you started a new business, got fit, or started thriving, and suddenly they're trying to one-up you. Narcissists can't handle the idea of you winning, especially without them. So what do? They try to become a cheap knockoff of your greatness. Here's the truth. They will never outdo the original. They try to hoover you back at some point. When their new supply isn't giving them enough, they'll throw out a, hey, I miss you. Or maybe a, remember when we had something special. This is not love. This is not regret. This is a test. They want to see if they still have control. But you're smarter now. You don't take the bait because you've realized that they needed you, but you never needed them. Closing, the discard was never about your worth. It was about their emptiness. And even after they've walked away, they can't forget you. So now you have a choice. Do you keep looking back at someone who doesn't deserve your energy, or do you step forward into the life you were meant to live? This is your time. This is your breakthrough. They may remember you, but from this moment forward, you don't have to remember them. Now go out there and live your best life. You are irreplaceable. Narcissists only mirror what they lack. Let me tell you something, there is only one you. Nobody else on this planet has your exact energy, your exact essence, your exact way of lighting up a room. But here's the kicker. A narcissist doesn't have that kind of energy themselves. They are an empty shell, a void. So what do? They steal, copy, and mirror the best parts of you. At the beginning, they made you feel like you were looking into a mirror, like they understood you better than anyone. But what was really happening? They were studying you. They were taking notes, observing, analyzing every little thing that made you incredible, and then reflecting it back to you. Why? Because they wanted you to believe they were just like you. They needed your light. They needed your charisma, your ideas, your sense of humor, your confidence, your love. Not because they valued you, but because they had nothing of their own. And once they had sucked enough energy from you, they moved on. But here's what they don't realize. You are not replaceable. They can try to copy you. They can find someone who looks like you, dresses like you, maybe even talks like you. But deep down, they know it's not the same. The magic is gone because the magic was never in them. It was always you. Have you ever heard of a knockoff designer bag? It might look real at first glance. It might fool a few people, but over time, the fake starts to show. The stitches are weak. The material is cheap. It falls apart. And the same thing happens when they try to copy you. They might use your words, your mannerisms, your interests, but guess what? It doesn't feel authentic because it's not. And the people around them start to notice. The new supply starts to feel like something's off. The mask starts slipping. That's why even after they leave, they still look back. They check up on you. They watch you from the shadows. Because deep down, they know they had something rare and they threw it away. But here's what you need to understand. Just because they remember you, just because they still try to copy you, doesn't mean you owe them anything. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to check in on them. You don't need to wonder how they're doing because you are the original. And originals don't chase imitations. They don't try to convince others of their worth. They simply exist in their power. And that's what you need to do now. Stand in your power. Own your uniqueness. Because the moment you stop looking back, the moment you realize you were never the problem, you become unstoppable. They needed you, but you never needed them. They secretly stalk you because they fear you moving on. Let's get one thing straight. When a narcissist discards you, they want you to believe it's final. They want you to think they've moved on, that you are nothing more than a phase, that you were replaceable. But the truth, they are still watching. They might not like your posts, they might not comment, they might not reach out. But trust me, they're lurking. They're checking your social media. They're scrolling through your pictures late at night. They're asking mutual friends about you. Why? Because nothing terrifies a narcissist more than you moving on. See, in their mind, they believe they are the center of your universe. They think that after them, you will crumble, you will suffer, you will sit in the dark, waiting for them to return. And when they start to realize that's not happening, that's when the fear kicks in. Because if you're happy without them, if you're thriving, if you're out there shining even brighter than before, that means they never had control over you in the first place. And that's their worst nightmare. So they stalk, they lurk, they watch in silence, waiting for any sign that you're still hurting, still thinking about them, still trapped in their invisible web. And when they don't see that, that's when they start to panic. That's when the fake accounts start appearing. That's when they accidentally like an old post. That's when you suddenly run into them in places they never used to go. It's all calculated. It's all part of the game. They don't want you. They just want to know they still have a hold on you. They need to believe they still have power over your emotions. Because if they don't, then who are they? What are they left with? They're left with themselves. And they hate being alone with themselves. So here's what you need to do. Ignore them. Block them. Stop checking if they're watching. Stop wondering if they care. Because whether they do or not doesn't matter. What matters is you, your life, your growth, your peace. Because the best revenge, the best way to win, it's not blocking them. It's not calling them out. It's not even exposing them. It's simply living, moving forward, becoming so happy, so fulfilled, so free that they become nothing more than a distant memory. Because while they're stuck in the past, you are building a future so bright, they can't even look at it without feeling the burn. And that is power. They keep talking about you because they can't let go. Let's get real. If someone truly doesn't care about you, they don't talk about you. They move on, they forget. But a narcissist, they can't. Even after they discard you, even after they jump into their next relationship, even after they pretend like you never existed, your name still slips out of their mouth. They talk about you to their new partner. They talk about you to mutual friends. They bring you up in random conversations. And sometimes they make it obvious, painting you as the villain, twisting the story to make themselves the victim. But other times, they slip up. They might casually say something good about you. They might compare their new partner to you without even realizing it. They might even catch themselves and quickly change the subject. Why? Because you made an impact. Because they can't shake you. Because no matter how much they try to erase you from their life, you are still in their head. See, a narcissist doesn't actually process emotions the way you do. They don't feel lost in a normal way, but what they do feel, obsession, fixation, control slipping through their fingers. And that's what keeps your name alive on their tongue. because in their mind, you were supposed to stay stuck. You were supposed to stay trapped in their version of the story. And when you don't, when you start thriving, they have to rewrite the narrative to make themselves feel better. So they smear you, they tell people you are crazy, toxic, needy, or they act like they were the best thing that ever happened to you, convincing others and even themselves that you were the lucky one. But here's the thing, none of it matters. What they say, what they do, how they spin the story, it's all just noise. Because at the end of the day, their words don't define you, your actions do. And the best part, the people who matter, the ones who truly see you, they'll know the truth. They'll see the glow up. They'll watch you rise while the narcissists stay stuck in their cycle of lies and manipulation. So let them talk. Let them waste their energy trying to control a story you've already outgrown. Because while they're still stuck in the past, you are creating a future so powerful, they'll never be able to keep up. And that is how you win. They copy your success, but will never match your originality. Have you ever noticed that after you start doing something great, suddenly they're doing it too? Maybe you started working out and now they're in the gym posting selfies. Maybe you launched a business and now they're suddenly an entrepreneur. Maybe you healed and found happiness and now they're pretending they're living their best life too. But here's the truth. They're not doing it for themselves. They're doing it to keep up with you. Because nothing fuels a narcissist's ego like feeling superior. And nothing destroys that ego faster than seeing you winning without them. So they try to copy, they try to compete, they try to prove, hey, I'm just as good as you, maybe even better. But deep down, they know it's fake. Because while you are out here doing the real work, growing, evolving, stepping into your true power, they're just putting on a performance. They're chasing validation. They're trying to create an illusion of success without actually doing the inner work. And that's why it never lasts. Because when you build something from a place of authenticity, when you chase your dreams from a place of passion, when you step into your purpose with full heart and soul, no one can compete with that. A narcissist might copy your moves, but they can't copy your spirit. They can't copy your drive. They can't copy the fire inside you that makes you unstoppable. So let them try, let them watch, let them scramble to keep up. Because at the end of the day, while they're still trying to mimic your last move, you will be 10 steps ahead, breaking new ground, living in alignment, doing things they could never imagine. And that's how you leave them in the dust. They try to hoover you back, but it's just a test of control. It happens like clockwork, just when you're doing great, just when you've healed, just when you finally found your peace. There it is, the message. Hey, I was just thinking about you. I hope you're doing okay. Remember when we used to? Or maybe it's even more subtle, a random like on an old photo, a coincidental run-in, a message from a mutual friend saying, hey, they were asking about you. And suddenly your heart races because for a split second you wonder, do they miss me? Do they regret it? Have they changed? No, they haven't. This is not love. This is not regret. This is a test. They want to see if they still have a hook in you, if they still have control, if they can still make you doubt yourself. Because here's the truth. A narcissist doesn't come back because they care. They come back because they need to know they still matter to you. They need to know they still have access to your energy. They need to believe that even after everything they did, you'll still pick up the phone, still answer the message, still let them back in. And if you do, the cycle starts all over again. But this time, you see it for what it is. This time, you recognize that the Hoover isn't a sign of love, it's a sign of weakness. It means they are the ones who can't let go. They are the ones who feel the loss. They are the ones who realize they'll never find another you. So what do? You ignore it. You delete the message, you block the number. You walk away with your head held high, knowing that their need for control has nothing to do with your worth. Because you don't need closure. You don't need an apology. You don't need to explain why you're done. You just need to keep moving forward. Because the greatest power you will ever hold over a narcissist is the power to be completely unbothered by them. And when you do that, you win. That's how you break free. That's how you take your power back. That's how you step into a future so bright they can't even look at it without feeling the burn. Now go out there and live your best life, because the past, it's done. The future, it's yours, and nothing can stop you now. The discard was never about you. It was about their emptiness. Listen to me. When a narcissist discards you, it is not a reflection of your worth. It is not a statement about how lovable you are. It is not because you weren't good enough. It was always about them. Narcissists are empty inside. They don't have a core identity. They don't have real self-love. They don't have emotional depth. That's why they latch on to people like you. People who are full of life, full of love, full of genuine energy. At the beginning, they made you feel like you were the most important person in their world. They showered you with attention, made you believe they had never met anyone like you. And for a while, it felt real. But the truth, it was never about you. It was about what you could give them, the way you made them feel important, the way you validated their existence, the way you filled the void inside them that they don't even understand themselves. But here's the thing, no matter how much you gave, it was never going to be enough. Because their emptiness, it's not something you can fix. That's why the discard happened. Not because you weren't good enough, but because they ran out of ways to extract more from you. They needed a fresh source, a new person to feed their ego, a new target to manipulate. And so they moved on, cold, calculated, indifferent, leaving you questioning everything, wondering what you did wrong, wondering why they changed, wondering if you could have done something different. Stop right now, because none of this was about you. None of this was your fault. This was their pattern, their dysfunction, their inability to sustain a real connection. The discard wasn't a loss, it was a reveal, a revelation of who they truly are. And the moment you stop blaming yourself, the moment you stop wondering if they ever cared, is the moment you free yourself from their control forever. Because the truth is, losing them wasn't the loss, it was the win. Because now, you have the chance to rebuild, to reclaim yourself, to step into a life that is real, that is authentic, that is yours. And one day you'll look back and realize the discard wasn't your breaking point, it was your breakthrough. You don't need to remember them because your future is too bright. Let me ask you something. If you are driving toward the life of your dreams, toward success, happiness, love, abundance, would you keep looking in the rearview mirror? Of course not. Because if you did, you'd crash. So why are you still looking back at someone who was never meant to go with you into your future? A narcissist wants to leave a mark on your mind. They want to plant doubts, keep you stuck, make you question your own greatness. They want you to hold on to the pain, to remember them, to secretly hope for closure that will never come. But here's the truth. You don't need to remember them because your future, it's too damn bright. You have bigger things ahead, bigger goals, bigger dreams, a bigger destiny that they were never meant to be part of. And the moment you truly understand that, you'll never waste another second thinking about them again. They are a lesson, not a life sentence. They were a detour, not your final destination. And now, it's time to move forward, not with anger, not with resentment, not with bitterness, but with power, with purpose, with the unshakable confidence that you are worthy of real love, real happiness, real freedom, because the best revenge, it's not proving anything to them. It's not showing them what they lost. It's not waiting for karma to catch up. The best revenge is thriving. The best revenge is living. The best revenge is waking up every single day excited for your life, knowing that they are nothing more than a distant memory, a story that no longer holds power over you. And the moment you fully step into that, the moment you embrace the future that is waiting for you, that is the moment you become truly untouchable. So stop looking back, stop remembering, because the road ahead is calling your name. And trust me, it's going to be better than anything you've left behind. This is your time. This is your moment. The past is done. The future is yours. And nothing, nothing can stop you now. That's the full firepower, just like you wanted. Let me know if you want any tweaks or if you need this polished into a full speech format. You win by moving forward. Listen to me. You've already won. You may not see it yet. You may still feel the weight of the past, but the fact that you are here right now, taking your power back, means the battle is over. And you are walking away as the champion. A narcissist may try to haunt your mind, but they have no power over your future. They may watch, they may stalk, they may try to copy or control, but none of it matters anymore because you are no longer playing their game. They want to be remembered, but you are too busy living, too busy thriving, too busy becoming the person you were always meant to be. Let them talk, let them watch, let them try to keep up. While they're stuck in the past, you are creating a future so powerful, so unstoppable, so brilliant that they can't even stand in your light without feeling the burn. You don't need closure, you don't need revenge, you don't need to waste another second wondering what they think. You just need to step forward, unapologetically, fearlessly, with a fire inside you so strong that nothing, not a single person, not a single memory, not a single doubt can ever dim it again. Because this is your story now, this is your new chapter. And the best part, you are the one writing it now. Go out there and live. Live like the warrior, the survivor, the unstoppable force that you are. Because the past is done, the pain is over, and the future, it's yours. This is your time. Step into it, own it, become it, and never look back.